Welcome to another episode of the Angels Positivity and Love Show. Incredible guests the world over with amazing insights, experiences, and much more to share with all of us. Very high vibe folks coming on who are giving service to others. That's how I'm going to describe it for most of our guests. By the time you're watching it, it's this show, it's spring of 2026. We've hit the 3 year mark, and we've had fantastic guests like John Gray a couple of times from Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus fame, 50 million books sold, a White House physician to the US president, Australian actor Ian Stenlake, if you've ever watched Sea Patrol, Captain Mike Flynn, and many others. Just phenomenal folks. But one of the top guests on the show, if it's not Paul Sugar, let me think who else. And there's some other ringers. This is one of them from Atlanta. She's a healer. I think it's fourth generation, third generation, fourth generation,
Third that I know about, but yes, in
third
my
gener.
family. Yeah.
Yeah, third generation healer, and she's got a lot of modalities. Super talented, and just one to help you on your way in life and on your way into your own heart. Ursula Lentini, great to see you again. Thanks for coming on the show.
Always a pleasure.
Okay, a lot's going on in the world. We've got a potential World War III. We've got politics. We've got division. We've got this going on. And then in our own individual lives, day to day, we have stress, we have thinking, we have worry, we have doubt. What's the big message you want to give everyone to help slow their roll?
The chaos is outside, stay centered inside.
Okay, now how do we do that? And what do you mean? Is it our hearts? And how do we know we're in our heart versus our brain?
We're in our heart when we're listening, we're in our brain when we're talking. So, how do we do that is through breath. I mean, that's one super easy way because the world is very, very distracting, and we've all been raised to outer resource. What do my mom and dad want to say? What does my religion say? What do my teachers say? What does that say? Well, what's going on with the government? What's the school system? Okay, those are all now crashing and burning, and that's okay because we're going back to what we used to do for thousands of years is inner resource. Listen to what's in our heart and our instinct, yes, no, stay, go, and what our intuition is telling us. And our intuition is doesn't go blah 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 blah. It never criticizes us. It's not mean to us. Our intuition says, calm down, go outside. It's okay. Don't worry about that problem. Keep moving forward. So we're learning to be more quiet. So how do we do that? Shut off all the TVs, get away from the scrolling, go for a walk outside. It's that free, it's that simple. When we move our body, the physical stress starts releasing. When we're in nature and our eyes see the irregular shapes, not, just trees and all the branches going in every direction, it helps reset our brain so we can just be in harmony with nature. If we go to nature and allow nature, ask nature, please regulate my system, it will. 20 minutes.
So you're saying that what's here, whether it's awareness, love, consciousness, there's probably a thousand ways to describe it, is bigger than all the details out there.
That's right. And more real because you can see we can't depend on outside things anymore. So when we can listen to our heart, we can start loving ourselves, we can be kind to ourselves. That's going to be more of a real experience than what we can see on a screen.
How can people trust more, worry less, but know that there's a bigger plan in place and that loving beings, however you want to define them, angels, light beings, and others, and if you could address that, that they're there looking out for us. There's something bigger actually happening.
Ah, millions of people are praying to Jesus for a long, long, long time, and miracles happen. So if you go into science, then they're like, oh, that's the placebo effect. 33%, is the statistic of if I believe something, it'll happen. Well, good. Use that. You use that idea that science has proved whatever I believe, it'll 33% will likely to be happening. If I say I believe in love because I have family members who love me or I love my dog, good. Use that as your source. If you believe in Jesus, use that as your source. So when we're driving and we're like, oh gosh, I could have just gotten in an accident. How the hell did I get, out of that? We're always being watched over. And when you see, because all your guests are spiritual people, and you are very spiritual. So when we slow down and we're not in that rat race that everything else is pulling us into, and we can be more observant, you will see there's little miracles happening on a regular basis. It's not our ego making the miracles. It's something beyond our brain capacity. It's something beyond what we've been taught. So it's something, again, eternal. We've been praying, we've been looking up, we've been asking for the angels for centuries. That's not a fad. It's like, how does something stick around that long? And science is now proving it little by little.
How can we say yes to the universe? How can we bring in those angels? How can we bring in loving beings for help, for assistance, especially in the face of outer experiences, what we see in the news or what we hear about? How can we, again, trust more and do a little less thinking? Grow the awareness, not your thinking.
Again, it's slowing down through the breath. If people just start trying meditation, it'll help. Again, if you do outside nature and slow down, walk really slow. That's a walking meditation. Slow down. Silent meditation is the hardest one to do. So don't try and do silent meditation. You'll feel like a failure, and then you'll get mad, and the whole purpose of going to meditation will crash and burn. So no one try to do silent meditation as a beginner. Do it with music, take a bath, find some small action to do. Sweeping. If you can just sweep, do some kind of repetitive dishes, making the bed, folding the laundry, those are all states of meditation. If you can get the mind to just for, please. That's it. So when we're standing in line, when we're driving on autopilot, all of those are meditation. So if we can start slowing down, we can trust what's happening in that quiet place, and we can be less busy up here. So they always talk about 18 inches from the head to the heart. All that thinking, that's pre-programmed. 90% of our thoughts are coming from the subconscious. So that means they've already been sitting around for a long time. The only way out of that is to move into a place of peace and harmony and kindness. And then that kind of slowing down will help us find a new way, because this is causing chaos and this is causing centeredness. Sympathetic brainwave states, parasympathetic, rest and digest, chaos, fight, flight. So we're trying to move away from all of this stuff and move into a place of loving kindness. Petting our dogs and cats, calm ourselves down.
As Thich Nhat Hanh said, peace is every step. I love it. Okay, what's an experience with the universe, very direct, very real, that you still reflect on? It could have been dream time. That stranger with sparkly eyes that said something, you just parked the car, you turn, they're gone. They were just there. What can you share with us?
I'm going to go to my favorite one. And I was in the second grade in a Catholic school. And I don't know, so I was at a mass many years later, after I kind of went on my spiritual path and metaphysics and being a reverend and all of that. And then I was at my nephew's, confirmation or something. And they were doing it old school, stone, traditional. And because I understand technology of spirituality, I'm like, they knew that. Look at that. Oh, look at the timing. They did this and then this and then this, and they set it up for that. So they knew at some point the archetype of energy and was able to build like an experience into the mass. So back into the second grade, they were building some kind of experience. And as they were doing the host or the blessing or something, the music, the lighting on St. Joan of Arc with the golden flecks, and I was kneeling down in my little, second grade body, and I experienced the love of God. And I started crying, and my little girlfriend next to me, she was also like, "What is happening?" I'm like, "I don't know." But when you're a kid, so many things happen every day. Everything's new. So I didn't even, but only, when I was reflecting as an adult, like, why am I different? What things have happened to me along the way? And that one, it was like a very pivotal moment in my life and in my course.
You teach healing to others, but let's stick to premonition, intuition, knowing stuff before it happens. Do you have one of those experiences you can share that also stands out to this day?
There's a brain. I know I always always give proof, but a lot of people like proof. It's like a 3 second rule. Our brain will know what's happening before it happens within like 3 seconds. So when we slow ourselves down enough, we can catch that 3 seconds and say it. So, yeah, like for instance, when I teach a class, I know which students are going to be there before they even sign up. I know who's going to work with me when, I'm just like talking to people and all of that. I'm like, oh, they're going to be a client. Stuff like that happens on a regular basis.
Interesting. Okay, and random question. Never asked anybody this before, but do you use Spotify?
No,
Okay.
I use peace and quiet. I don't listen to the radio. I don't have a TV. I've never had a TV in this house. Peace and quiet. Birds. Like the refrigerator's the only thing making the noise in my house unless I'm, with a client. Really.
Auras. Seeing auras, is it make it stop just once a day, only once a week? I certainly know you already see auras and can see energy. So I won't ask if you've ever seen energy, but can you describe for the audience where you're at on the allowing yourself to be connected fully with the trees, with people? When do you like to turn it on?
Nature, nature. And then when I'm doing my prayer meditation, I'm not here. I'm not in this 3D plane. I'm in a very deep, deep, deep place that doesn't, I call it a place that doesn't have any edges. It's just a state of oneness, and it's a frequency and a vibration, and the feeling is love. The feeling is, there's no identity. It's just really peace. It's peace. It's ultimate peace.
I love this. Maybe we can take some steps. We'll have you catch a little bit of sage. We've done this dozens of times. We hang out. Okay, here's a red-tailed hawk feather sage in an abalone shell with a blue crate and barrel tea light that's got some great color to it. I'm going to light sage. It doesn't matter where you are in the world, what year it is. It could be 2035. You're in Christchurch, Berlin, or Tokyo. Get to catch the sage. Your heart's already connected to everything there is. The brain says, wait, what? Doesn't matter. Just allow for a little bit of sage. And if you need extra help, though, ask angels to get you out of your head into your heart. Leave your eyes on the smoke. And if you're already kind of off to the races, tasting it, smelling it, ask for flowers and ocean after you get the sage. Ursula in Atlanta, are you getting the sage already? Ask for extra, and if you don't mind sharing what that extra is.
Cedar. I'm getting cedar.
Oh, yes. And I'm going to snub this out fully so we don't have smoke wafts blowing through the screen. We've had that happen, but we also have light fly through. Angels, we've had interdimensional Jesuses. Who else? Can't remember anybody else right now, but you and I have even had light, I think, on a recording, or we were
Yes.
just chatting, something, one of those.
Yeah. We were just chatting and something was like da, 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 on my wall.
Exactly. It was
And you
awesome.
caught it
Light.
on camera because often spirits don't get caught on camera, but you did.
I love it. Okay, we're gonna have you play quick psychic medium, or we'll just call it deep listening, or we'll call it basic listening with your heart for all of us, because I've got Joy, Charlotte, and Minn, three angels, super easy for people to meet. And while I'm holding them up for you, these are actual photos of angels. They can move, change color. You could smell flowers independent of lighting anything or extra incense or something. Uh, People at home, though, you can put your hands out and just treat Joy, this photograph, as like a fireplace. But instead of warmth, you might get just sparkle. Try too hard to get it on your toes. Ursula, get something private, get a hug. And then when you're ready, what does Joy have for all of us as a quick reminder?
I just got shivers. Um, Everybody has joy built inside of them. It's there, look for it.
Mm. And can we
People think they don't, and she's saying, no, no, no. Everybody has it.
the joy of life, that interconnectedness, that some you experience it at some level. Maybe we can dive in one more little detail from her on
Hmm.
that.
Remember when you were a child and used to get excited about things?
Mm,
That's joy.
I like it. Legos, climbing a tree, that TV program, just a meal, mom, anything. Okay, here's Charlotte, everybody's favorite school teacher from third form, third grade, but not the one who got you in trouble, the nice one. Okay, what are you getting? Get something private from her, get a hug. And then for humanity today, do we have to worry that much? Even though there's a lot of details out there.
It's not about worry. Worry is second guessing. Doubt, when we have love, when we have confidence, when we have something that says, yes, this is it, this is good, I trust this, and then doubt tries to sneak in there, that's darkness.
Hmm.
So we have to be careful of doubt. Doubt is the enemy, not over there. Our thinking about, well, who I am and the beauty that's inside of us, and the goodness that's inside of us, and being kind-hearted and trustworthy people instead of everybody. As soon as I start doubting what's good about me, darkness has come into my field, and we need to shove that out.
And maybe we can do a deeper dive. We can get one very specific sentence, phrase, mantra, sort of a request to the universe from the heart, words through the heart, prayer, if you want to call it. What does she say is the exact phrasing? Now, there's probably a million versions of it, so I don't want to get like too focused on one way to say it. But what does she recommend for folks if they wanted something? They were looking for not a magic phrase, but a great phrase to run through the heart, to send to angels, the universe. What is she saying?
No, you already have it inside, and then it will be created outside.
Nice. And a final angel before we go back to linear, maybe. An angel is very watery, light waves of energy in the water, ocean. Even her name, Minn, it's a long name, Minwala, but Minn is good enough. It's the Lakota Sioux word for water. Soft-spoken professor. There's a silhouette of an angel. Catch something from her. It might be the smell of Hawaii Pacific, definitely not Georgia. And then get something private and get a hug. And what are you getting then after that for all of us? But did you get what you needed personally first?
Yeah. Yes, I'm getting chills today. So Min just gave me both arms. She was saying to your water that we need to stay fluid when we feel stuck. The adversary is winning.
Hmm.
Keep flowing forward. Keep moving like a river. Just keep going. Don't get stuck. Parts of us will want to get us stuck, but then we uh, sink. Keep moving forward.
And I have one more guest visitor, if I can do it. I have one more guest visitor. Here we go. Thich Nhat Hanh, Pieces Every Step. I felt like you were directly quoting him earlier. It was awesome. And here is the very friendly face in just a second. Too many photos. Here you go. Okay. And if you don't mind catching a Vietnamese incense in the air, even those musical instruments that hang and blow in the wind, make music in the wind. I forgot what they're called. Cymbals, whatever. And then he's got some beautiful wisdom for us all. But get something private first. Maybe he touches your shoulder, your forehead, a blessing, or hear monks chanting. And which way did he reach you?
Through sound, I heard those bamboo chimes.
Awesome. Oh, and then what's he have for all of us?
Yeah, calm down.
So what you know today may not necessarily be that important, even if you're completely right. Spot on. So let's talk about right or wrong. Angels once said, there is no right or wrong. There's proper understanding. And
Yes.
What is that understanding? And they're not saying, hey, let's go rob a bank or you're not actually right, but it's just there's a bigger, broader perspective. And so what is that perspective?
It's what level of consciousness are you asking the question from? So we have, beginner, intermediate, advanced, all of that. So if you're like, um, oh, that's yellow, then somebody else who's maybe a color expert might say, no, that's actually gold. But it's so what, it's yellow. So then it's like, if we're troubled about something, then we have to say, oh, this problem is very, very serious. But you say your higher soul is like, that's nothing. Like, what are you talking about? It's okay. We stress out about things, and again, that's not our nature. So I talk about our original programming, our original design, our original nature. So they say artificial intelligence, but we have original intelligence. So we were designed to go into a religion, children of God, likeness and image of God, they say. I think we've designed God in our likeness and image because of our ignorance. But my ego, my Ursula did not, like, I'm not in charge. I am not beating my heart, breathing my lungs. So something greater than me designed me. So if I get distracted by all of this nonsense out here, I'm not in alignment with whatever that was that designed me. If I can lean back and trust into my flow state, into my intuition, into my love that's in my heart, and move from that place, answer questions from that place, trust from that place, I'm going to be way better off than being distracted.
So I have a two-part kind of follow-up question. Many questions, one answer. And then is love the fabric of the universe? And could you answer both? Just tiny little questions.
Yes. And then the next question is, from what level of consciousness are you defining love?
Hmm.
Right? But a short answer is yes. Because anytime we have a problem as a human being, if we answer it with love, if we look at the situation with love, then we can understand why somebody else is being the way they are. Most of the time, it's their problem and they want to share it with us in an unloving way. But if we say, well, oh, that person is really uptight, or that person is mean, or that person is critical, then we say, you know what? That's coming from them. I don't have to hook into that energy. I can be like this, namaste, y'all. Right? Like, stay over there and let me be in my peace and love. And I'm just going to shine my peace and love over to you. That's love. That could have been a big problem, but I'm not going to do that because I have choice, and I choose love.
So where we put our focus is where we put our focus, and how we spend our energy is how we spend it.
Yep.
I have four archangels, but I'm going to show them in different photos. And then, with your permission, we're going to allow for like a 40-second trip. And then in that trip, you're going to get some sort of an experience that you get to share with us. So, but first, let's just do the kumbaya. Put some angel photos up. You've seen them before. And you'll just get permission or check in, and you'll know if this is groovy cool. But here's Gabriel and Michael just one way, and start catching their vibe. And then here's Michael, Gabriel, Raphael, Uriel as rainbow pie slices. There's no one way about the photos. But let's let them take you somewhere. And then here's all the archangels in a final photo over my house like 10 years ago. I luckily was not like, hey, what are you talking about? I heard a voice say, grab a camera at night. I was sitting on a couch, go shoot over the house. And this is the photo. Metatron's in the back, the little guy there. But let them be your ambassadors. And if you don't mind closing your eyes, breathe extra at home if you want to do this. Just let them, it's not an out of body experience, or maybe it is, but it's a little interdimensional, whatever. They're going to just show you something. You could be on a beach in Taiwan. You could be in India, Tibet, somewhere else, just a heavenly spot or a library, Akashic Records. They'll show you something cool, but they'll leave you with a beautiful message for humanity as you come back. And if you do want to see yourself looking down on yourself as light, I'll tell one dad joke. Because if you're laughing, you're letting go. Or as Mother Teresa said, I forget if it was on this side or the other side, She said laughter is love. Another one of those modalities that we don't realize is a modality, a healing modality. Okay, here's that dad joke. And she's only heard this like 3 times in the last month, but you've not heard it as the audience. And thank you for being the audience. Hit like, share, comment, subscribe. Emojis count if you're shy. 3 to 5 emojis, you're celebrating Ursula. So please throw in a lot of emojis. Okay, where do rainbows go when they're bad? Prism, but it's a light sentence.
That's my favorite one.
Okay, where did they take you?
To a galaxy. So it was as if I was traveling through the cosmos, and there's so many stars. We're just, we're like a tiny little planet and tiny little galaxy. But once you start traveling outside of that, it's just stars and stars and stars and galaxies, and so far beyond our comprehension and education.
Hmm.
And then they said, yeah, this is, you know, there's so much more out there. And then they showed me the sprinkling of light on a lake. And they said, same, same.
Poetic. Okay, one more interactive exercise, then we start to wrap up, and we're going to find a way to put you to work here for the audience. Okay, here's selenite. It's a crystal. We've done this before, I think, a couple times. If you don't mind feeling it one way, but getting the vibration all over you a second way. So we're juggling 2 balls. We're going to juggle a third ball. You can hear it in English. It'll have a message for everybody. And the fourth way is sound bath. You're going to get sound therapy. We just saved bringing in the professional sound bowl person because this little crystal can play. Name a famous jazz musician. We can put the crystal up against that jazz pianist. And what are you getting, Ursula? What would you like to share? People can hit pause at home, put your hands up. You can hear a actual sound in your ear. And many other guests on the other shows lately who've been taping have been getting that.
Well, one note is as soon as you lifted that thing, the cat came running in here and just going meow, meow, meow. The other one is I have a sound bowl player and I've attended sound bowl experiences. After they're done doing their work, the reverb goes on and on and on. And that's what I experience. So I don't hear the dong or the zzz, but I feel the zzz afterward.
Nice. We'll do one more figure. Do you have a favorite? Would you like Mary, Buddha, Jesus? Who would be fun for you?
I love those Indian fellas, red shirt
Oh
and
yeah. Here's Geronimo first, and then we'll do Dull Knife and Red Shirt. He comes through straight away. And what's he saying as a reminder for everybody?
love like grandpa's love.
Love it.
Because, grandpas are the wise one. They've lived all the things and thought all the things were really, really important. And when you speak to an elder, they understand what's really important. And oh, by the way, it happens to be the same thing that 4-year-olds think are really important.
Mm.
And it's hugs and kisses, it's attention, it's laying in the grass, it's listening to a bird. Simple, simple, simple. We've been so distracted, and that's why we're so unhealthy.
Cultivating inner authentic power, peace, presence, whatever you want to call it. Okay, here's Dull Knife. He's wisdom with some humor. Cheyenne, historical photo. We'll do Geronimo again at the end. Um, Catch tobacco, sweetgrass, juniper, sage, desert pinon in the air. We don't have to light anything. He'll bring it to you. Even hear musical instruments and hear some wisdom. He's like a mountain range for folks at home, but he's got some humor in there. He's very funny. A gentleman once asked, should I quit smoking to him? And his reply was, I quit every day. Okay, what's Dull Knife saying to you right now for all of us?
It's way more simple than everybody is making out or understands. It is so, so simple.
And it doesn't have to be on your last breath or on the other side that you figure it out and put it together. You can
Right.
start living now. Okay, here's Red Shirt. He's everybody's favorite mom that you remember, that other family, that mom that was so cool and chill. He's compassion, compassion, compassion. Gentlest mom in the world. I'm not kidding. He's wearing a U.S. presidential medal. Day after the photo was taken, he and Geronimo were at the White House horseback parade, probably Teddy Roosevelt. He is deep. Anyone going through a divorce, job layoff, health crisis, they always gravitate to him. And have a pronouncement from him to you that's private. You're not sharing it out loud, but have him give you the best compliment in the world right now. Aw. Now, what does he have for all of us?
It's crazy. I'm just going to eat slower.
I
We
love it.
eat too fast and we have indigestion. We eat too much because we're not paying attention. So like shaking his head, like, no, you're not getting it. No, you're making poor choices. Like, no. So he's all for health and food and garbage and what's alive and what's not alive. And he, uh, he just said, eat slower. When we eat slower, we're going to understand the whole world of food.
Beautiful. Geronimo. And here he is, much younger. He's like a lightning bolt action, dry wit humor, and he's slang. Yeah, nah, duh. You already know the answer. Unlike the other two, who are super formal. I only have one restriction, really, and I'm not allowed to show them in light energy form. I have them in light energy form. I'm supposed to be, it's not this photo, but if you were in my house, you could see them on the wall and maybe figure it out. But they've always said use the historical photos. And
Yeah,
now,
we relate to them better.
yes. Okay, what did Geronimo want to add for closing out? And he's going to help give you a couple keywords for your closing reminder to us all as you close out the show.
Yeah, 2026, the year of the horse. Action. Take action, stay in action, move, move, move. Again, don't stall, don't sink, stay moving. Lots of things are coming. We thought 25 was full of change. That's just the beginning. So everybody better put on their roller skates, their wings, their helmet, like stay focused, stay clear, one line and move. Don't know like, oh, what about the no no go, 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 go.
And I'm going to mention something he's told someone else. It could have been you, but I don't remember much. He once said, and he loves to give people visions of normally it's horse related. Not everybody. One person actually who only needs to ground on this planet. They're probably from somewhere else. They're wildly intuitive. They just have to stay in their body. They pop out all the time, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of experiences popping out. So the vision for one person was ride, ride, ride. Don't look left, don't look right, don't look back. It took me a month of running. I've been running for, I think, 43 years. And I do a lot of thinking or chatting or listening or feeling or letting go or grounding or whatever you want to call it. And it finally hit me a month later. For you, it would have been 30 seconds later. The horse is the heart, is the metaphor. And so be in your heart. Don't look left. Don't look right. Don't be distracted. Now I'm going to put Geronimo up, and this is the final closing act for you both. What's he have to say about being in the heart and being that inner fearless, peaceful warrior that Ursula Lentini in Atlanta, you are already there.
Yeah, there's gold. There's gold in heart. There's beautiful words in heart. There's connection in heart. There's safety in heart. When we are in our heart, I in my work say there's a home. Everybody because he said, go ahead, tell them that. Please be quiet. Shh, shh, shh. So when I do the subconscious work and we retrieve a part of us, I say everybody has a home inside their heart. It could be a cottage or a castle. And we get to design it, redesign it, decorate it. Everything is just for us. We go there for prayer. We go there for answers. We go there for comfort. We go there for making decisions. We go there for peace. We go there for feeling our deep emotions. So everybody can have that home inside their heart. So he told me, tell them about that.
Mm.
When we have a safe place to be, now we have somewhere to come from. So if we start our day there and we end our day there, or we bring people that we care about and trust into our heart, now we're living.
Ursula Lentini, you're all heart. Thank you for being on the Angels Positivity and Love Show. Great having you on.
Takes one to know one, Michael.
Thank you again.